Hello, I'm Dr. John Taylor for Linea de Ayuda. Here at Linea de Ayuda, we bring professionals together to help solve your problem. We have doctors that can provide treatment for your injuries. We also have attorneys that can provide legal assistance for cases of all types, whether it be for family law, criminal law, injuries, or workers' comp.
Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300.
Welcome to the LDA Help Network. I'm Judge Mark Fury. LDA tries to assist Houstonians of all kinds who encounter different problems in life, run into circumstances they hadn't thought about. We're here with resources, professionals of different types who can help you with the situations that sometimes life can serve you up. And today, we're here in the law offices of Michael Wadler here in the Galleria area. Thank you, Michael, for having us come on over. Michael is an attorney who specializes in accidents and accident injuries. And we're here to talk to him today about different things that can happen when somebody unexpectedly has a traffic accident.
Well, it's good to be here.
And I guess to begin with, if somebody has an accident and they're thinking about hiring an attorney, Michael, what should they look for in an attorney?
Well, there's different types of attorneys. Just like there's doctors that specialize in different areas, lawyers also specialize in different areas. Some attorneys do criminal law or family law. I do personal injury, represent people who have been injured in accidents and have suffered injuries. If you're involved in an accident, if you've been injured, I think that the best thing for somebody to do is to get an attorney who specializes in representing people in accidents and injuries.
Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300.
Now, when somebody goes and sees an attorney and starts to tell them about the accident, sometimes they have other issues in life, and they're a little bit afraid to maybe tell everything. What should a person's relationship be like when dealing with their attorney?
When you're talking to your attorney, anything that you say to your attorney is completely private. Under no circumstances can the attorney ever reveal what you say. One problem that I encounter with clients occasionally is that they're afraid to tell me everything. It's real important when you're speaking with your attorney to be completely candid, to be completely open and let him know everything. Many times there's facts, issues that have nothing to do with your claim, but which are necessarily embarrassing or private and you might not want to disclose. Whenever you go to an attorney, when you speak with your attorney, be assured that everything you tell him is private, is completely confidential, and the only way that he can do the best job in representing you is to have all the information.
Sometimes when somebody has an accident, Michael, they're a little bit timid and they don't want to cause a bunch of trouble. If somebody has an accident and they go and see an attorney, do they have to go to court?
Most of the cases that I handle don't go to court. The reality is that probably well over 95% of all claims are resolved without having to go to court. So just because you want to seek damages for your injury, just because you want to get fair compensation, most of the times those can be resolved without even filing a lawsuit. And even when a lawsuit is filed, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to court, because most of the claims get resolved and the clients get money without having to go to court.
Now, Michael, you've been doing this for a little while, haven't you?
I've been doing this coming up on 23 years.
When I can imagine that if you're an accident attorney, you probably get to know insurance companies pretty well. Do all attorneys know about insurance?
No, just because you're an attorney doesn't mean that you have any knowledge about accident injuries. I specialize in representing people in accident injuries, but there's a whole lot of areas of law that I don't know about. For example, real estate or constitutional law. There might be a constitutional lawyer, and he might be a great lawyer, but he doesn't know anything about representing people in accidents. Because I specialize in representing people who have been injured in accidents, that's what I know and that's what I do. So you get to know your area of law and you get to be pretty focused on it. And so that's why I enjoy representing people who have been injured in accidents.
And obviously, if you've been doing it for 22 years, I'll bet you've seen one thing or another and know how to represent your clients through pretty much.
I've represented people, and really that's about all I've done for my whole career in 23 years. There's a lot of different things that you learn just by experience. They don't necessarily teach you in law school. These are things that you learn just in dealing with injury victims and dealing with insurance companies on a daily basis.
And Michael, we're here in your offices right here in the Galleria, very conveniently located, really right on the loop for any Houstonian to access.
Yeah, we picked a location that's right on the freeway. We have free parking, so there's no charge. And one thing also that is important to know, which is unique about an injury lawyer in the way that I handle my clients, there's no charge for people to come in. The only time that people have to pay their lawyer, or the only time that there's a fee, is when there's a recovery. If there's no fee, there's no recovery.
So I think what you're telling me, Michael, is that if people have an accident and they'd like to talk to you, they can come in and receive a free consultation. In fact, if they'd like to get in touch with Michael, they can call the phone number here at the bottom of the screen, the LDA Help Network number, and we can get them in touch with Michael and get them a free consult.
So that there's no obligation if people have questions, if people have been involved in an accident and they want to get professional advice, there's no risk to them that they would owe me money.
Again, thanks very much. That's all for now. We're going to cut to a quick commercial. I'm Judge Mark Fury with the LDA Help Network.
Have you been in an accident? My name is Michael Wadler. I'm a board-certified personal injury trial lawyer. I can help you. Call me.
Hello, I'm Dr. John Taylor. We bring professionals together to help solve your problem. We have doctors that can provide treatment for your injuries. We also have attorneys that can provide legal assistance for cases of all types, whether it be for family law, criminal law, injuries, or workers' comp.
Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300. Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300.
Accident cases, and Michael, you were talking about the situation where somebody receives compensation for their car, but that may not be the same amount that they owe on the car.
Yeah, it's a real unfortunate situation because you're driving along in your car, you're making your payments, you're doing everything fine, and then out of the blue somebody hits you, totals your car, and if the value of the car is less than what you owe on it, you're put in a position where you don't have a car, you still owe money on the car, and you hadn't done anything wrong. And it's a very unfortunate situation, and one which I encounter quite a bit. What I try to do is work with the finance company, explain the situation to them to make sure that the person doesn't have to pay back the extra money that's owed, or if the finance company insists on it, to get them more time so that we can try to get their injury case resolved, and we can use some of that funds to take care of any of the money that's owed on the car.
Sounds to me like it's a bit complicated, so in a situation like that, a person may be well advised to be represented by an attorney.
Well, of course, I like to think so. And I tell this one story that my wife wanted a light fixture put into my daughter's bedroom. And so I went to Home Depot to get to see about how to put in a light fixture, and the guy told me how to do it. And I'm a pretty smart guy. And I could figure it out, and I went and I did it exactly like he wanted. But when I turned on the light switch, the whole back of the house was dark. So I know a lot about the law. I don't know much about electricity. And I think a lot of people are in that situation where you might know a lot about a certain topic, but when it comes to a legal issue, and having an accident is a legal issue, I like to think that an attorney and somebody who's knowledgeable in the law is the person that you need to go to get the right advice.
Well, and that's part of why we love having you here with us, Michael, because here at the LDA Network, Linea de Ayuda, we're here trying to provide resources to people who maybe don't know how to handle the different circumstances that come up in life. And that's why we're here, and we're glad to have you a part of it.
Thank you very much.
Have you been in an accident? My name is Michael Wadler. I'm a board-certified personal injury trial lawyer. I can help you. Call me.
Hello, I'm Dr. John Taylor. We bring professionals together to help solve your problem. We have doctors that can provide treatment for your injuries. We also have attorneys that can provide legal assistance for cases of all types, whether it be for family law, criminal law, injuries, or workers' comp.
Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300. Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300.
Welcome back to Linea de Ayuda, LDA Network. We're here today with Michael Wadler in his law office, and before we turn to him, let me remind you that Linea de Ayuda is a collection of professionals and people who are here to help you with the different circumstances of life that can sometimes try you. We're here with resources to help you with a variety of circumstances. Here today with us is Michael Wadler, who's an attorney specializing in accident and injury law. And we're here in his office. We're grateful that you've had us over here this morning, Michael.
Glad you could join us.
So, people of all walks of life occasionally have traffic accidents as much as we drive in Houston. With a traffic accident, sometimes the other person has insurance, and after the accident, the other insurance company is calling the person. Do they have to talk to that other insurance company?
Whenever you're in an accident, the insurance company for the other party will usually call you. And sometimes they'll make it seem as if you have to talk to them in order for them to proceed with your claim, for you to get your car repaired or to get any injuries taken care of. And that's not the case. Usually it's a bad idea to talk to the insurance company before you talk to a professional.
What's generally their goal?
Well, the insurance company's goal is always to try to pay you as little as possible. Their goal is to save the insurance company money. Their goal is not necessarily to take care of the person who's injured.
Mm-hmm. And so sometimes somebody might not handle themselves the best when talking to the insurance company of the other side.
Well, not only do you not necessarily, what really happens is that the insurance company may be asking you questions that are intended to mess up your claim. They want to ask you questions to try to make it look like you did something wrong. And they're trained to do that. They do this every day, all day.
So when somebody has an accident, do they need an attorney?
Well, it's an interesting question, because just because you're in an accident doesn't necessarily mean that you need an attorney. If you're involved in an accident and all you have is minor property damage, then that's usually something that you can take care of yourself. The only thing that's going to be in question is how to get your car fixed and getting a rental car. And if it's just a minor injury, a minor accident, and there is no injury, then that's something that you probably don't need an attorney for. But if you are injured, if it's a major collision, if you have major property damage, then I think that the only way to make sure that your rights are fully protected is to get professional advice, and the only people that can really give you that advice are attorneys.
So just a little damage, headlight, fender, this kind of thing, perhaps not. But if there's a risk of an injury especially, they're probably well advised.
Yeah, I would certainly advise anybody who's injured in an accident that they should speak to an attorney.
Mm-hmm. Now, people's rights. Do people have different levels of rights in our community? For example, if somebody is here as an immigrant, are their rights different than somebody who's been born and raised here and is a citizen?
In this country and in this state, everybody's got the same rights to seek compensation or to seek money for an injury. It doesn't matter whether or not they're an American citizen or not. It doesn't even matter if they're here with proper documentation. People are here, and once you're in this country, you have those rights.
And I suppose a person like that might even feel more comfortable going to see an attorney to make sure that in all circumstances, regardless of immigration status, that their rights were protected.
Yes, and I can understand that somebody, and I've got a lot of experience, where people who are not in the country with proper documents, and they're very reluctant to go seek the compensation that they're entitled to. They don't want to talk, they're afraid to go and get the money that they're entitled to recover if they're injured in an accident. They're afraid that they may get the authorities involved and that there could be something bad happen to them. In my experience, and I've helped a lot of people who are in this country and are not citizens, and our goal is to get them money, to get them compensated for their injury, and we've been very successful in doing that.
How many years have you been doing this, Michael?
22 years.
So you've seen a few cases and you know what to do, don't you?
I've been around the block a few times.
Mm-hmm. So one particular question, if somebody has a car that has a car note on it, and then that car gets damaged or maybe completely destroyed in an accident, what is the status with their car note?
Well, it's a common problem that we get today because as cars get more expensive, we get longer payments, so that sometimes instead of paying out a car for 1 year or 2 years, it's drawn out for 4 or 5 years. And when that happens, you get into a situation where you actually owe more money for the car than the car is worth. And a lot of people who are in a bad accident, their car is a total loss. The value of the car may be less than what is owed. And that puts the person in a bad position because the only thing that the other person owes you as far as the value of your car is what the value of your car is. It doesn't matter what you owe on the car. So a lot of times you don't want to get into a position where you lose your car and you still owe money on it.
This is really interesting. We need to cut to a commercial. We'll be back with Linea de Ayuda in just a moment.
Have you been in an accident? My name is Michael Wadler. I'm a board-certified personal injury trial lawyer. I can help you. Call me.
Hello, I'm Dr. John Taylor. We bring professionals together to help solve your problem. We have doctors that can provide treatment for your injuries. We also have attorneys that can provide legal assistance for cases of all types, whether it be for family law, criminal law, injuries, or workers' comp.
Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300.
Hello and welcome again to another segment of Linea de Ayuda. Today we are speaking with attorney Samuel Judge Brown. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So if you are losing your home, you can call Samuel Judge Brown. Mr. Brown, how is it that we know that our home is in foreclosure?
Normally, you'll receive something in the mail. It'll be certified and it'll be called a notice of default or a notice of acceleration. This is your servicer or your lender telling you that there's a sale date for your house, and you'll know that you have a certain amount of days, 21 days, before your house is sold, normally on the first Tuesday of the next month. Just remember the first Tuesday of the next month. At this time, you should be contacting an attorney.
So what do you do to stop the foreclosure?
Well, in order to stop a foreclosure, there are several procedures we must follow. It's kind of complicated to say that at this moment, but one of the things that we do is we stop foreclosures before they happen, we stop foreclosures after they happen, and those two options give us time. But after 22 years of practicing law, we've developed these formulas that effectively stop your foreclosure, and sometimes we are able to completely delete the debt that you're owed. You have to call me and talk with me about it and get a consultation, and I'll tell you where you sit, where you're seated at, and what you need to do next.
So if you're losing your home, you know what to do. Contact Samuel Judge Brown. So how is it that we contact you again?
You contact me at 281-436-7341, or you can go on the internet and you can reach me at attysjbrown.com. Those are the two ways to contact me. Thank you very much.
Vamos a un corte comercial. Ahora regresamos a la línea de ayuda. Estamos ahorita con el abogado Samuel Judge Brown y su asistente Melanie Candler. Gracias por venir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Please tell us, what is a notice of default?
A notice of default basically is from someone who owns your house. We call it note in legal language. Someone that owns your note who is saying that there's some problem with your household or your house, and that the payments are normally it's your payments that are in default, which means that you haven't paid them, and they will do what we call a non-judicial foreclosure. That's where just foreclosure, and they'll start trying to take your house from you legally. It's not in court. You do not go to court on a non-judicial foreclosure, and most foreclosures are non-judicial. And that's what begins to happen. You'll receive a notice. It'll be certified mail, and it will say either notice of default at the top or notice of acceleration or something to that effect. But the main point about it is that it says that on the next Tuesday of the next month, it will say that your house is being sold. That's how you know that you have a notice of default.
So if you are losing your home, you can call Samuel Judge Brown. Ahora regresamos a la línea de ayuda. Estamos ahorita con el abogado Samuel Judge Brown y su asistente Melanie Candler. Melanie, si uno está perdiendo su casa, ¿cómo sabe que necesita un abogado?
Sabes que necesitas un abogado si recibe una notificación de incumplimiento porque no estás pagando la cuenta para la casa. Si la empresa que mantiene la hipoteca ha aumentado su pago y no pueden pagar la cuenta, ustedes necesitan un abogado inmediatamente.
¿Qué es una notificación de incumplimiento?
Una notificación de incumplimiento es un documento que se envió a los dueños de la casa cuando el banco comienza el proceso de ejecución de hipotecaria y les dan aviso de la fecha de venta para el hogar. En esta situación necesitas un abogado también.
¿Qué puedes hacer para impedir reposición de su casa?
Yo ayudo a los clientes a entender qué está pasando. Cada caso es diferente. Discutimos opciones y posibilidades para examinar su situación y después yo quiero ayudar para salvar su casa.
¿Y qué es lo que pasa después?
Llame al número en pantalla inmediatamente.
Gracias por haber venido.
Gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for having joined us today for our segment of Linea de Ayuda. And thank all of you for having joined us for this segment. Hello, I'm Dr. John Taylor for Linea de Ayuda. Here at Linea de Ayuda, we bring professionals together to help solve your problem. We have doctors that can provide treatment for your injuries. We also have attorneys that can provide legal assistance for cases of all types, whether it be for family law, criminal law, injuries, or workers' comp.
Yes, we can help you. Please call us at 713-266-1300. Once again, that's 713-266-1300.